yesfinanciallyfree.com. Hi guys, welcome. So we're going to share my screen and we're going to start this presentation. All right. Yay, present to everyone. Okay. Okay, so here we are and we are presenting. Woohoo, okay. Yay. Finally, I know you've been waiting. I appreciate your patience. Okay. I'm going to turn this fan around to blow on me. Okay, 10 keys to making money. The Snowball. This is from the book, The Snowball. Hi, Finesser. The Snowball, Warren Buffett, and the Business of Life by Alice Schroeder. Okay, my name is Duldulao. I have a blog called yesfinanciallyfree.com. So the replay is always on the blog. Definitely join the email list. I send out lots of good things. All the replays and the topics for every week for the broadcast. I also send out promotions. If I ever have a promotion, my email list will get it first. So get on my email list there. And I want to show you the book. It's really far away from me, but anyway, this is the books, The Snowball. It's a big book. I read it. The Snowball, Warren Buffett, and the Business of Life by Alice Schroeder. So this is what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about what I learned from what Warren Buffett teaches about in life. Okay? So let's begin. Yay. Okay, so if you're ready to learn from a billionaire how to make money, then get some paper, pencil, right? Let's take notes. Let's take some time to focus. So go in a room that's quiet or something and get out your notebook and hi, welcome to Facebook Live, guys. And let's begin, okay? So we're going to do this and it's going to be super fun. So I'm excited to be here with you guys. So just before I start, or since I'm starting, hi Ardenti, hi Udag. Let me tell you who I am. My name is Duldulao, if you didn't figure that out. But I live in Honolulu, Hawaii with my son Jordan. He's 5 years old. And my husband, Jomel, he is awesome. He moved here from LA. We met at eHarmony and he moved here and we got married and it's been great. So lots of fun. I'm a business owner and I'm an investor. So that is what I do for a living. We live in Honolulu, Hawaii. Like I said, we own a condo. We own this condo. I'm really excited about it because I didn't own property for the longest time. But you'll find out my story. We bought another condo upstairs in July, which we now have an Airbnb business running. Before, I was not that great with money, okay, guys. In 2009, I had a job. I worked at a bank. I was an analyst. Thanks to the hearts. And I was overspending for various reasons. Okay, one was I had to get out of a bad relationship and it got complicated, and so I had to pay for like attorney and all kinds of crap. Thanks to the hearts. One reason was I was going to courses and learning how to make money, learning how to put my life together, learning how to be successful. And I traveled a lot to those courses, so I ended up getting a lot of debt, a lot of credit card debt. My boss actually helped me at the time because I was bouncing a lot of checks. You know, I wasn't good with managing my money. I didn't have enough money in my bank account to, yes, I make money. I didn't have enough money in my bank account at the time to pay my rent. So my boss helped me do a loan consolidation. He taught me how to do my net worth, fill out a loan application, and then ask for a loan to pay off my credit cards, which I did. And I was all happy because I brought it down. People are asking the same question. Very interesting. If you can rewind it, I answered those questions. All right. And I cleaned up my credit card balances, and then I was happy. But then I started using my credit cards again, okay? And then I had credit card debt and loan debt, all right? So I was like fully maxed out. And then I got to the point where I couldn't make all my loan payments. Like it was getting very difficult. I was spending about $1,200 of my $2,000. Like I made about $2,000 a month at this bank job, and I was spending like $1,200 of it just to pay off debt, all right? Just debt payment. So then I put my credit cards away. I stopped. I finally hit bottom, stopped using credit cards. Hi, Indus. Sure, welcome. Sorry. So I wanted to have a family. I wanted to get married, but I was always worried about money at the time. All right. I had a lot of issues around money. I didn't, I had a lot of debt, and it was like, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this debt. I only make this much a year. What am I doing with my life? I had a lot of that going on. A lot. Okay. So then what happened was when I finally stopped. Yeah, I stopped overspending, stopped using credit cards. And that made a big difference. So when you stop overspending, you automatically start getting better. But aside from that, I was paying off debt. But at the same time, I was learning how to make passive income. It's not hard to do. Go to my blog, yesfinanciallyfree.com, if you want to know how to do it. I've done many webinars on it. I've been doing this blog for years now. So there's plenty of information there if you don't know how. It's not that difficult, okay? But anyway, I started learning how to do it. I read investment magazines, learned about dividend yielding stocks, all kinds of things. And I just learned about it and just practiced. I went out, put some money here, put some money there. Does it work? Does it not work? And I followed the process of saving 10% of everything I made and putting it in a bank account for myself for investing. And I just did what they taught me in all these classes. And after a while, in May of 2016, so that was like 7 years later, April. It was April of 2016. I was debt free. I paid off everything. No more $1,200 a month towards debt. Hi, Coco, welcome. So I was finally debt free, had no more debt. Very exciting. At the worst, it was negative. Like I had about $30,000 in debt at its worst. So I had no more debt. Okay. And then that year in 2016, December, I quit my job. So I don't have to work a job anymore. And we were making about $500 a month in passive income when I quit. So that's my story. I've never worked a job since. Now I invest. I do options investing, real estate investing, dividend investing, stock investing, things like that. I am an investor by trade. I also am a coach. I teach people how to become financially free. Hi, Giancarlo. So I help people learn the steps to put aside money for investing and to really take control of your financial life so that you feel good and you feel confident and you don't have to work for someone else if you don't want to. And it might not be like it is, like I'm married, so it was easier for me to quit my job. But maybe for you, if you're single, you can start with going part-time. But it's definitely doable. It's not hard to do. So I'm here to inspire you to take that step and become financially free. Decide for yourself today. If you've never thought about it or you never thought you could, decide today that you're going to be financially free because you can. It's definitely something everyone can do. Hi, Sims. So I think financial freedom is about choices, right? So I choose to live in Hawaii. A lot of people leave Hawaii because they get into money situation and money problems, which I completely understand, right? They get into debt, and then they have a house here. And the house values go up so high in Hawaii, right? So they sell their house, but then they can't buy another house because they sold it, right? So they have to move to mainland, and a lot of them go to Vegas. A lot of Hawaii people go to Vegas because the real estate is cheap there, but the weather is so awful, but whatever, right? It's what happens. So I choose to live in Hawaii. I don't want to live in Vegas. I like Hawaii, so I choose to live here. So instead of selling property, I'm buying property. So I'm like the opposite, yeah? Because I'm accumulating wealth instead of getting rid of it. I have chosen to become wealthy and to be financially free. So I choose to live in Hawaii. I choose to spend time and love my husband, right? A lot of people married, they feel like they're trapped. I don't feel like that. I feel like I'm the luckiest girl alive that I get to be married to my husband. He is a wonderful, wonderful guy. And if he feels the same way, the luckiest man alive. We love our marriage, so I choose to spend time on our marriage, like go on date night. We go on date night every week. I know a lot of married couples are so busy with children, they cannot go on dates. And so we actually schedule it. We have a babysitter every week and we go on dates, and that's what we do. So it's something that, keeps our marriage going, and we're very communicative. We talk to each other on the phone while we're out during the day, also kinds of things. I choose to play with my son. I took him out of school for a whole year when he was 4 years old so that he could recover from getting sick. The preschool made him sick all the time. And he was healthy for a whole year. He just started school again. So far, so good. I mean, he's still a little sick, but he's okay. And so I got to play with him, go to the beach with him, take him to the playground. I got to be a mommy. When I was working my bank job, I didn't see him all day. And it was really, really heartbreaking for me because I actually love being a mother. I didn't realize I loved it until I had a child, but it was like, oh my God, I love being a mother. I want to actually spend time with my son, see him grow up. Now I'm pregnant. Can you believe it? I'm pregnant with triplets. Triplets. Can you believe it? Identical. Anyway, just found out last week. So sometimes I get a little sick when I'm trying to prepare for these webinars because of that. Isn't that crazy? But anyway, thank you. Soon, welcome to the scope. Okay, so, but I really love being a mother. So it was one of my favorite things is having a family. I choose that. I choose to work online. So hi guys, I'm online. It's convenient, it's easy, it's fun for me. And I don't have to do this for more than an hour a day or two. So I spend about an hour a day doing my business. And I also teach others how to become financially free from home. I have a mastermind group I train. And they also two of them made their passive income goals. Like High Fest Queen, they're going to make them next month. One has a passive income goal of $10 total. And I'm a financial freedom coach. It's a little different. I help people become financially free. So I don't know anyone else who does what I do. But anyway, I'm a financial freedom coach. That's what I do. So, and then the other member, one of my other members, he's already positioned to make over $100 a month in passive income, and he's going to pay himself 100 of that every month. Keep some of it in there to reinvest. I am a financial freedom coach, for those of you asking me. So I'm a person who quit her job and used to be in a lot of debt, used to be in financial trouble. And now I coach people how to get out of financial trouble and make passive income and choose your own lifestyle. So what do I mean by that? Like, if you don't want to work your job, work it less, right? So I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have all those degrees and all that. Okay. That's not what I do. What I do is I help people free themselves because that's what I've done. So my formal training is that I don't work a job, unlike a financial advisor who does, and they're not free at all. Financial advisors work jobs, guys. Think about it. Never take financial advice from someone who's doing something you don't want to do. I always ask I used to ask financial advisors for advice. I would be like, so how do you make passive income? How much do you make? And they would get pissed off because they don't make any passive income themselves. If they don't make passive income themselves and they have to work a job for a living, are they really a good financial advisor? You really have to think about that. I was recruited to be a financial advisor when I had no money. When I just graduated from college, like, become a financial advisor. I had no money, no experience. I mean, you really have to think about who you take financial advice from. People. Saying. Okay. But anyway, so what do you choose? All right. Do you choose to live where you live? Do you live in a place where you want to live? I live in Hawaii. I choose it. Do you like where you live? Right? If not, maybe you should move. Right? Do you choose to do what you do right now for a living? Right? Hi, Daniela. I love coaching people on financial freedom. It's so fun, first of all, and it's exciting. And I love learning about it. I love reading books like this, from billionaires. I love it. Okay. What about you? Do you love what you do? Who do you choose to spend time with? Right? I spend time with my husband, my son. I spend time with my mom. I love my family. I spend time with these mastermind members. I spend time with other investors. Who do you spend time with? Is it who you choose? What would you do if you had full 100% choice? That's my question to you. Because if you're not doing what you love to do, you really need to listen and become financially free and really take a change in your life. It may, it may just be the realization that, oh my God, I can be free. This girl talking, she's not a financial advisor, but she lives a better life than them. Anyway, in this presentation, we will go over 10 keys to making money from Warren Buffett, okay, from this book, how I help others to become financially free, and finally, I'm going to give you a free gift, okay? So wait to the end, take notes, join the email list. You'll get emailed a replay if you're on my email list. Hi, Tipper. If you don't know how to get on the email list, go to yesfinanciallyfree.com and put your first name and your email address on the right side, and then you get on my email list, okay? Someone just said there are billions of people who do jobs that provide valuable services to the world. This is true. I used to be one of them, so I know completely what you're talking about. The Snowball, Warren Buffett and the Business of Life by Alice Schroeder, okay? So the keys in this presentation are taken from the book, The Snowball, Warren Buffett and the Business of Life by Alice Schroeder. I recommend you get this book for more details on Warren Buffett's life, okay? This is a very detailed book, right? Written by a woman. It's a very good book, and it's very detailed. That's Alice Schroeder, if you want to see what she looks like. There she is, guys. Okay? Somebody is talking about societal problems. I'm talking about you, Atari. I'm not talking about social problems. I'm talking about you. What do you choose? What do you choose? You can only control yourself. Okay? If you want to work a job you don't love, that's your choice. You cannot control what other people, billions of people are doing. All you can control is yourself. What do you want? That's all I'm talking about here. You make a choice. If you want to be financially free, do it. And that's all I'm saying. Someone's asking me about something. I don't know, society and billions of people. I'm just saying that if you want financial freedom, you can do it. You have to choose, and only you can control your life. Only you. Nobody else. Not me. Okay. Let's go. So key number 1, love what you do. Everybody says that, but it's so true. Warren Buffett, the reason he became so rich is because he freaking loves money. Dude, he loves it. And he loves numbers. Okay? And he loves memorizing dates. And he loves memorizing statistics of baseball players. Atari. I love this Atari guy. You must be financially free, right? One of the people watching said that being financially free is spending less than you make, which is not true. Being financially free is making enough passive income to pay for your expenses. That is the definition of financial freedom. It's not about spending. It's about creating passive income greater than expenses. But I love how Atari is so participating. That's how we learn, right? Okay. Warren Buffett got a book about baseball when he was a kid. And the Atari, did you notice that Atari says there are people living in the street that are infinitely more happy than most rich? See, Atari makes statements that aren't even true. I have to say this because Atari doesn't know. I don't know. How do you know how many people in the world are happy? Did you go around and you did a survey of everyone all over the world and measured their happiness, right? And then, because I can't say with certainty how many people are happy or sad and how much money they have. All I can talk about is my own situation, right? With certainty. When you make general truths about society, you're avoiding yourself or something. You're just saying things that aren't true. You don't know that unless you really are psychic or did a mental survey and went around and checked everyone and was like, somehow measured their happiness level. Atari. Really think about what you're saying here. You're just spouting things that are not even true, honey. Think about it. How do you prove that? You don't even know. Talk about real truths, dear. Real truth. Okay? I'm just going to say that. Okay, I'm going to continue with this presentation and stay on track because I got to end it in about, really fast. So here we go. Anyway, Warren Buffett loved what he did. Loved it. Okay? And recorded license plate numbers, cars that went by, hoping to catch a bank robber or criminal. Passive income equal to financial freedom is extremely specific, Atari. How much passive income do you make? How much do you spend on expenses? Okay? How much do you make on passive income? How much do you spend on expenses? It's extremely specific. It's not a general statement. It's very specific. Because you can count your passive income and you can count the amount you spend on expenses. It's very specific, honey. Okay. And key number 1 is do what you love. He loved money. He loved numbers, right? And you have to make passive income, no, Atari. That's the part you missed. Passive income. Passive income, right? Okay, so Warren Buffett learned from being a cornet echo that if he followed someone else, that they might mess up, and that he would have done a far better job, right? If he had just taken charge. So he learned pretty early on that you should take charge of your life. You should take charge of your money. And he decided that he would be a millionaire by the age of 35. And he decided that when he was 10 years old, I think. And when he created his fund, his investment fund, and he invited people to come in, he told them that I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing. You get an annual report on how your money's doing, but you don't get to see anything I'm investing in, right? You don't know what I'm doing all year. You're blind to what I'm doing. I'm taking charge and I'm good at what I do. So that's it. If you want to be in this fund, you give me the money and I will, hold on guys. If you want to be in this fund, give me your money and I will invest it and I will make you money. Does that make sense? But if you're not interested and you're unwilling to trust, me and the leadership I have, then you're not going to be in my fund. And that's how Warren Buffett was. He took control and he took charge. And he decided for himself that he was going to be a millionaire when he was 35. Now, he's a billionaire, okay? So he's doing extremely well. But that's key number 2 is take charge, all right? Key number 3, all or nothing. When Warren Buffett bought out stakes in companies such as Berkshire Hathaway, when he negotiated with the shareholders, he told them he wanted to buy their shares. And then they would talk to him like, can I keep a few just for sentimental reasons? And he would be like, no, you sell me all your shares or nothing. So Warren Buffett is all or nothing, all right? That's the same thing with his fund. You come in my fund, you are all you don't know what I'm doing. You just take the investment income I make you, right? And that's it. There are no options. I don't show you something or whatever, nothing. You get an annual report every year, and that's how you know how much money you've made. And that's it. When he closed his first fund down, he gave option also for people to sell off all their shares in his fund, right? So his investment fund. So it's like you can sell your shares and leave, or you can stay. You can keep them, right? But I'm not going to invest anymore for everyone. So you can either keep the shares or close it down. So he's a very all or nothing kind of guy, all right? And the interesting thing was he made people who invested with him, who put money in his investment fund, because he collected money from his mostly relatives and friends. And it was all word of mouth. He didn't have any television commercials or anything. People just talked, and he would talk to people. And then they would come in the fund by putting in money, right? And then every year he would give them a report and pay out their profits. If they wanted profits, but he would give them a report on how the fund was doing. Okay, so how much has it grown? How much has your money grown? Things like that. So that's what he did with his investing, and he didn't tell anyone what he was doing. So he was and he learned about that because when he first did investing, hold on guys. When he first did investing, he did it for his sister, right? He bought shares of stock with his sister, and then the stock went down, right? And then the stock went up again later, but it took a while. And the whole time his sister bugged him every day. She was like, when is this stock going up? When is this stock going up? So he realized that when he invests other people's money, it's better not to let them see what he's doing, because if he lets them see what he's doing, they just bug him. Even though the money's going to go up later, people freak out. So that's why he didn't show anyone what he was doing. Key number 4, people are the key to wealth. So Warren Buffett bought companies based on who the leader in the company was. That was one of the biggest considerations Warren Buffett had. If the leader in the company was really good, then he would invest in the company. If the leader in the company wasn't good, he knew the company would have issues. Just like when he bought Coca-Cola and the CEO had so many troubles getting a good CEO, right? And that was the troubles with the company. So the leader of the company is actually almost like the whole company. The value of the company is in the leadership. So he understood that. So when he was buying companies, he was actually getting the people to work in his business. And he would also invite a lot of them. He would also give a lot of these leaders shares in Berkshire Hathaway, in his fund, when he bought them. So the key to wealth isn't the company, it's the people who run the company. It's also the company, but the people who run the company are so important. And Warren Buffett really focused on getting quality CEOs and leaders in all the companies he acquired. Key number 5, stick to the basics. All right. So in personal finances, save money, invest wisely, understand what your money is doing. Don't let money to your relatives or bail people out for bad financial decisions. Okay. So he had his sister. His sister was doing options. She was selling naked puts, and she didn't know what she was doing. A financial advisor just told her to do it to make a ton of money, right? And when the market was good, she was making a ton of money. But when the market went down, she lost so much money that she lost all her money, and she had to lose her house. And it was a big deal, right? So the family wanted him to help bail her out. And he was a billionaire at the time. And he said no. Because if he bailed her out, he would be giving money to the people who did all the short selling. And he felt like they didn't deserve the money because they shouldn't have put her through that and made her do that kind of investing anyway. So, and it was her fault as well for doing such bad financial decisions. But really the people who did it, the whole system that created it, they're the ones who would get paid if he were to bail her out, and he didn't want to pay them because they didn't deserve it. So don't bail people out for bad financial decisions. Don't lend money to relatives. He never lent money to friends and relatives because it was a bad investment, right? I mean, you lend money to people who have good finances, good credit reports, good credit history. They have a good business objective, like a bank, right? So you go to banks and borrow money, and then you get money based on real credentials, not based on your relationship, right? So Warren Buffett did not lend relatives money. He did not lend friends money because he knew the money wouldn't come back. And Warren Buffett loves money. So he's not going to give away money to relatives saying it's a loan. He's smarter than that. So, and I've lent money to people and not gotten it back. So I understand exactly what he's saying. In investing, basics are, does the company make money that you're investing in? Another basic is, if you close the company down right now and you sold it all off, how much money would you have? That's the basic worth of the company. So he learned that when he was learning investing from Graham, this guy named Graham. His famous way of investing was to take a company and pretend it was dead, like pretend it was gone, cut it up. How much is it worth? Then that's how much you're investing in. And then do you think the industry that it is in will still stay profitable? Okay. So is the company going to be, one of the companies he bought was See's Candies. He also bought a lot of insurance companies, and those companies he knew would stay profitable. Right? Some companies he bought did not, but that's another story. Key number 6, be patient and follow your inner scorecard. All right. Warren Buffett told people to buy Geico when he first started advising others in investing. And at the time, Geico wasn't a famous brand or anything, but Geico right now is a very powerful company, right? And if you had invested in Geico, you would make a lot of money when he told you. But that's how Warren Buffett is, right? He thinks long-term. He invests when things are low. Another one, he got invested in American Express when they had a scandal, and he knew that they would recover, but they were in a big scandal. Everything was going down. That's when he invested in American Express, made a ton of money over the long term. He invests long-term. He's very patient. He keeps what he calls an inner scorecard. So even when people ridicule and make fun of him, say that he doesn't know what he's doing, he knows inside exactly what he's doing. Okay? So that's Warren Buffett. And be patient. Follow your inner scorecard. If you know it's a good investment, you just do it. It doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter if other people make fun of you or say bad things about you. As long as you know. It's like me here. People say things, on these lives, and it's like, I know how much passive income I make. I know how much I spend in expenses. So I know my own inner scorecard of financial freedom. Same with you and investing. Key number 7, surround yourself with great people, with good people. Warren's wife cooked for him, took care of him. She handled everything domestic, right? So he spent all his time on money and investing. His partner, Charlie Munger, was super smart, great investor as well. His business associates and friends were highly intelligent. He had highly connected people like, I forgot her name all of a sudden, but Kay Graham, the woman who owned the Washington Post, was one of his good friends. Highly connected, people with lots of money. He hangs out with Bill Gates, it's one of his friends. Surround yourself with really good people. Key number 8, negotiate. Never take things at face price, right? He's very famous for what they call buffeting. So he would call someone and ask if they would sell at a certain price. Like, can you sell each share for 35 cents. And then they would call back and say, yeah, we'll sell for 35 cents. He's like, well, now the price is 34 cents. We sell for 30. So they can't, yeah, we'll do 34. Now the price is 33. So he will just keep doing that. He'll keep lowering the price, lowering the price. That's what he does. He was actually notorious for it, but that's, you know, he wanted to get a good deal. Key number 9, use the law of compounding. This is probably the biggest key to Warren Buffett's success. Warren Buffett lives very modestly. He wore very plain clothes, right? He still lives in the same house that he bought when he started his family, like years and years ago. Okay, so he's not a big spender. Everybody knows that. He spends very little money, all right, for being a billionaire. The reason in his mind he doesn't spend is because he knows that if he keeps the money and invests it, how much it will grow, because he's thinking in terms of compounding. You know, if I take this money, invest it at 8%, it's going to grow, it's going to be this much, you know. And if he spends the money, he loses all that. So to him, if he spends $100, it isn't $100. It's more like 8,000, because he's thinking in terms of years how much that money would have made. So when he thinks about it that way, it makes it hard for him to spend a lot of money, because he knows how much he can make, because his mind is all about that. He can think ahead to how much money, if he puts it here and it compounds, it's going to make this much. And that makes him very thrifty. He doesn't spend money, but he puts a lot when he invests. Key number 10 is understand what you're investing in and get paid for it. Warren Buffett always believed that shareholders deserve to get company profits, okay? In dividends or other compensation. If you're investing in a company, you deserve to get paid, right? So he would go to board meetings and demand that they give money back to their shareholders, right? And if they didn't give it, he would get enough clout to get on the board, and then he would change that. He would have money be paid to the shareholders. He was never interested in the initial tech craze because he didn't understand it, right? He didn't understand computers, didn't understand the internet. Even when people ridiculed him, taunted him, he stuck to his guns, and then the initial tech bubble blew up. People lost so much money. He wasn't in it at all. Now, it doesn't mean that tech didn't make money, but he doesn't understand it, and he won't get into things he doesn't understand, all right? And that's a very simple way, but he's a billionaire, and he's very rich, so, you know, he's a good person to learn from. So here's a summary, okay? Love what you do, key number 1. Key number 2, stick to basics. Key number 3, all or nothing. Oh, I have stick to basics twice. I must have missed one. Key number 4, people are the key to wealth. Next, be patient, follow your inner scorecard, surround yourself with good people, negotiate, use the law of compounding, understand what you're investing in, and get paid for it. Okay? All right. So I'm a financial freedom coach, and I have services at financefreedommastermind.com/live. I'm going to, financefreedommastermind.com/live is a $197 a month program where we have coaching for you. I also have a program where we have live coaching. That's at workwithmey.com/apply. I'm skipping through this extremely fast because I got to end my webinar today. I wanted to give you the free gift before I go. So the free gift is at yesfinanciallyfree.com/map, M-A-P. If you go there, I have a bunch of blog posts I've done. All this information on how to create passive income, how to reduce your debt, how to increase your net worth, how to invest in property, how to calculate return on investment. If you want to invest in something, go there and get all the free information you want. I've been blogging for years now. There's tons of good content there. There's also other amazing things from books that I've read, but definitely check out this book if you haven't read it. It's a really good book. The Snowball, Warren Buffett, and the Business of Life. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for being on. Aloha and bye-bye. See you next time. Thanks for being fans. Appreciate you all. Bye. And thank you as well for YouTube followers for being on. Appreciate you guys. Take care and aloha. Have a great week.